Welcome to this week's Webisode Wednesday. I've had a pretty good week this week. It's been real busy. For those of you who are following my blog, you know I've only put out a couple blogs this week because it's just been crazy busy with work and with kids and summer and all of that. But also for those of you who have been following my blog, you know that I'm doing a walk with them for the American Heart Association on November 6th. It's a 5K and it's going to be held at Brackenridge Park here in San Antonio. Coming up is our Nuggets of Wisdom for the week, and I was very pleased to speak with my trainer, Rebekah Dockery. I meet with her 3 times a week. I meet with her Tuesday night, Thursday night, and Sunday morning. And the reason I had so much fun talking with her this time is because she's a mom just like me, has a really busy schedule, and so we were talking about how to fit exercise into your busy schedule. So enjoy. Hi, welcome to Nuggets of Wisdom. I have a very special guest today, Rebekah Dockery. She is my trainer that I meet with 3 times a week, and so I just wanted to have her come on and share a little bit of her wisdom that she's been sharing with me all of these months. One of the biggest issues that I find that I have with having a full-time job and having a family at home is fitting working out into my schedule. So can you explain the importance of working out?
Definitely. Working out is very important because you need that energy to do all the other things that are on your daily schedule, whether it's going grocery shopping, tending after the kids, helping the husband, going to your daily job. You have to have that energy. So it's very important that just like you make time and room for everything else when you have a busy schedule, you can make time for yourself.
Okay, Rebekah. A few weeks ago I interviewed my doctor, and she said that the average person should work out an hour a day, 7 days a week. If she would have told me that 3 months ago, then I probably never would have even worked out, because that would have been too overwhelming to me, and I would have said there's no way that I can work out an hour a day, 7 days a week. I'm not even going to start. So do you have any tips of maybe other things that we do on a normal basis, things that we can, because like she had said, park in a parking spot way away and walk to the grocery store and get a little bit of exercise in that way. Do you have any tips, other tips of things that we can do to get an exercise in?
Definitely. And I do agree with the doctor when she says about working out, making time to work out at least an hour a day. People don't understand, first of all, they need to change their mindset of what working out is. Most people think working out is actually going to the gym or lifting up weights or whatever. Working out can be just staying active as far as light housework. Instead of just doing it lightly, taking your time, maybe putting yourself on a time where you're doing it more like interval training, kind of vacuuming a little quicker, lunging while you're vacuuming, you know, or while you're sitting and folding clothes, maybe in between each basket you drop down and you do some seated dips or some crunches and on commercial breaks of watching your favorite soap opera. You know, there's different ways that you can find being active or working out, per se. Most people, their thing is like, well, I don't have time because I got to spend time with my kids. Great, so make it a family affair.
So you mentioned about having maybe a family exercise. Can you tell me a little bit about the importance of raising your children with exercise in mind? Like raising them to where when they're adults, they're not 30, going through what I'm going through, they've been raised properly. How can we go about that?
Good question. I'm a firm believer that the beginning of the thing also determines the end of the thing. So the habits that we create with our children now, in a long run, they're not going to fall away from that when they get older. You know, if they're used to going out running, they're used to making a healthy choice, eating vegetables and fresh fruits, they're not going to mind it when they're older if you don't create a habit. See, when people introduce sugar to their kids while they're children, when they're an adult, that's a hard habit to break. You know, they love we tend to gravitate towards candy, towards soda and Kool-Aid and those familiar things. So whatever's familiar, what you introduce to your children while they're young, that will be familiar to them when they're older. Also, you're setting the example.
I really appreciate, Rebekah, you coming out and sharing your wisdom with us. Do you have one last nugget of wisdom that you would like to share with our viewers?
Good question. I sure do. I think one thing I always run into is when people say, when they feel guilty about spending that time on themselves. I think it's selfish because they're not putting their family first, they're not considering their kids, but ultimately, by them taking care of themselves, you're prolonging your life. You're increasing the quality of the life that you have to spend with your family. So is it selfish? No. Because by you feeling better, looking better, not just feeling better physically, but more emotionally about how you look, about how you feel, about how you have the energy and the strength to go throughout your daily activities, others are going to be affected by that. So keeping that in mind, that it is not a selfish mindset to put yourself first for a change.
I had a lot of fun talking with Rebekah. She's great. I really enjoy all my workouts with her. Next we have coming up is our gymless workout. So enjoy learning a new exercise with my trainer, Marc Owens.
Hi, Marc here again. Today we're going to look at some exercise band exercises. And what you have is a basic exercise band that you can get at any of the Target or the Walmart or any place out there. It's a basic resistance device. As the band lengthens, the resistance increases. This is a very good tool. First one I'm going to start off with is a shoulder exercise where I'm going to put both feet on the band. I'm going to measure myself out where I've got equal length on each side. I can widen my stance to shorten the band to make the exercise more difficult. I'm simply going to bring my arms up nice and easy. You notice my elbows and my wrists are relaxed or slightly bent, so there's no stress in the joint. The stress is in the muscles themselves. And I may do that 10, 12, 15 times until I get a burning sensation up in my shoulders. And then I would relax. I can do that 1, 2, 3 sets depending on what your needs or your program is for that particular day. From the same position, I can then address my biceps with the exercise band by simply rolling my hands over, tucking my elbows into my rib cage. And the key to the bicep is it's a bicep only, one joint exercise. Elbow is the only moving joint, where I curl up, pause, and relax. Up, pause, and relax. I would breathe out and breathe in. Always breathing out, exhaling on the exertion phase, breathing in on the relaxation phase. A lot of folks will exercise doing the bicep curl and lean back and rock or raise their elbow. That takes the stress off of the bicep and puts it into the body or the shoulders, which may not be comfortable or appropriate for the person doing the exercise. So curl from the elbows only. The further away from the body you go, the more difficult the exercise becomes. As you come in, it's more of a chest exercise, it becomes easier to do. And you can pick the difficulty level based on your abilities. So that's your bicep curl. Continuing to the shoulders is a basic lifting motion where we come up in an upright row motion. We'll bring our hands to either chest, shoulder, or chin level to make the shoulders work. We'll pause at the top, same breathing pattern. Breathing out as I work hard, breathing in as I relax. Up, pause, breathing in. Nice steady count. Tempo is based on your breathing pattern. We can use this band in many different variations. If we want to continue to work on shoulders, we can take the band and flex it open, keeping tension on the band the entire time to help warm up the subscapular muscles underneath the deltoids. We can make that a low motion, a chest high motion, or even an overhead motion to work those muscles with the exercise band. It's a great tool to use.
Thanks for joining me this week on Webisode Wednesday. I hope you all learned something new to take with you into the new week, and I will see you next time.